It's been a long several days. We kind of figured we were going to get this done in a weekend, but you know, we didn't do this because it was easy. We did this because we thought it was going to be easy. We had a backhoe. Kevin had some rocks. We got a tractor. We thought, how hard could it be? Dig a hole, throw some rocks in there. But we were wrong. Like it was a lot of work. We're going to take out this old fire pit. I'm going to dig a hole 5 feet into the ground, line it with rocks, turn it into a Tandoor oven, and finish it on top to where we can still have a fire pit. It's going to be a combination of both. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We got the hole dug. Tomorrow, we're going to start the build. All right, everybody, this is Kevin. Kevin has rocks. We need the rocks to build the Tandoor. We're going to head up the hill and go find them.
Ready? All right, hit it, Kev. Let's go.
Try to catch air off the end of this. Watch out for this bump down here. It looks dangerous. Got the rock pile.
Want some big ones?
We got a Kevin. We got an Ethan too for backup. Ethan, you want to jump in the back and then just start stacking those up as we hand them to you?
Tell them what we're doing.
Okay.
It's going action.
All right. We're halfway done with the pit. We've between Aiden and I, we've lined the outside of the pit with all the rocks. Got some mortar in there. We have this pipe that we set in here to let air in while the fire's burning. I don't know if it's going to work that great, but thought we'd try it and see what would happen. But yeah. A lot of loads of rocks. Good thing Kevin had a lot of rocks because we're needing them. We're about halfway done. This course needs to come to about right here, and then I have to figure out somehow to funnel it down a little bit to a 28-inch opening in the middle. That'll be some kind of feat of engineering that I don't know how I'm going to accomplish, but
Yeah. All right. It's been about a week from when we started building the pit. We're about to test it out with a bed frame that we need gone. We're going to burn it in the pit. And then later today, we're going to be putting the disc, the dome, on top of the pit and mortaring that in place.
yeah, my original idea was to continue with the rocks and build them up into that dome shape and then come up from there for the fire pit lid. But I mean, look at this. We can see that I don't have those kind of masonry skills, but we did have that disc, and we'll be able to cap it with that, cut a hole out in the top of the disc for the fire pit and for dropping the food in, and it's going to work out really good. So, but as Aiden said, we're gonna burn that old bed frame to get rid of it, and it's going to be a good opportunity to heat these rocks and see how they do before we put that lid on and cover it with dirt and get that far. Okay, fire in the hole. We do have some We have a box with a couple rags and a little bit of gasoline down there to get it going. It may not be too eventful, but we'll see. Nope.
Didn't take.
Didn't take. I have to go too often. There it is.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. We're killing 3 birds with 1 stone. Getting rid of some cardboard, saving a trip to the dump by burning this bed, and preheating the pit to see how it reacts with the fire and the heat.
All right, is that everything?
That's all of it. That's the whole bed frame. It's good to get rid of it so we don't have to take it to the dump. That's true. But is it entirely necessary to do it and burn it in this pit? No. But is it fun? Yeah. So that's really why we're doing it. It's fun. It's a good fire.
All right, well, the fire's died down, but we got some old door frames that we just took apart. We're chucking those in there now.
We figured, why stop now? You got to, oh, that's cool coals. He's gonna keep burning. Where will it end? We don't know.
All right, say something cool.
No, I don't know if that's possible. I'll try. Well, the cool thing is this is burned down, and we have a laser mic that I wanted to see what the temperature is on the rocks around there. There's still a fire burning, so it's going to be super hot. Let's try it out. That's 600. 450 degrees on that rock there, about halfway down. Yeah, 450. I mean, it just mics out in that pit. It only goes up to, I think, 800 degrees. So the rock's at the bottom. Yes, 600 degrees. Okay, it's time to deal with this disc.
Wow.
This is the idea for picking up this disc and getting it set on the pit eventually. Just a steel fence post through here that I cut down to fit. We'll be able to articulate it as we set it down on the pit. As long as we have enough reach from the front of the tractor into the pit, we should be great. But so far it looks like it's going to work. So exciting. So we had to form out some mortar to accept both the fire pit and the lid that we'll have on top of the Tandoor when it's cooking. We used some insulation foam boards for the actual form, and there's a layer of mortar in between the two. So these are 2 separate rings. Hopefully they'll come off. We'll see. I rubbed the outside with a layer of WD-40 around the outside of the forms as kind of a release agent, but I don't know if I got it on there very well. We'll find out when we try to pull these forms out. We'll be sharing video of that because it's probably going to be funny. I put a bunch of screws in that styrofoam form, and I started pulling it out just to see how it would go, and it cracked in 3 places. Probably should have just let it set up longer today, but we're kind of in a time crunch. So I've got my jigsaw. I'm going to cut a hole in the center of this disc to try to take some pressure off and pull it out that way. All right. There we go. Well, I mean, it worked. It did crack, but it did work. Let's try our fire pit and see how it fits in there. So this is the idea when we're not using the pit as for cooking. We'll have this fire pit that seats down in there. So I put a little handle in the middle of it to where we can pull it out. It works great.
It's still just gonna slide, I think. I'm just gonna hold it like this. Okay.
We got the disc set. It hasn't fallen in the hole yet. Nothing's collapsed, so fingers crossed that it stays. It should. It's on there pretty solid. It looks good. From here, I'm just gonna try to level it up. How that looks. So this side only needs to come up, I don't know, about 1 inch or so. It's not bad. Same here. So once we bring up this side will inherently come up. I'm gonna just try to lift it up. Let's see. Huh. I think we have a winner. Yeah. Cool. That actually worked out better than I thought it would. So we're going to mix up some concrete to put around the outside edge of that pit to seal it off before we cover it with dirt. This is my medium duty shovel. When I bought it, it had a sticker on it that said medium duty. And I thought, well, that's the shovel for me because I don't want to do more than medium duty shoveling. This is already feeling like more than my shovel can handle. I'm good. It's just the shovel. That's the problem. Well, when we do start cooking in here, eventually that top of this disc is going to get really hot. So I'm covering it in a layer of dirt to try to insulate it some, and then we'll finish it off with a layer of top rocks all the way around. Plus this dirt will seal up any other air holes as well. It's time to see if we can get this last form off of here without entirely breaking the mold apart. Oh, that's right. Well, came off. It's almost cracked all the way through. Hopefully by the time we get some dirt up against here, we'll get some rocks in here. It'll solidify it all. And it won't fall apart. Wish us luck. Well, we did it. The pit's done. Got it covered up. This is how it works. So it's a combination cooking pit and fire pit. So we got the fire pit disc that'll seat right down in here. have a fire, covers up the hole so nobody falls in when we're cooking. Put the lid on, contain all the heat. That's the idea. So, well, it's been a long several days. We kind of figured we were going to get this done in a weekend, but you know, we didn't do this because it was easy. We did this because we thought it was going to be easy. We had a backhoe. Kevin had some rocks. We got a tractor. We thought, how hard could it be? Dig a hole, throw some rocks in there. But we were wrong. Like it was a lot of work. But it's done. It's good. I can't wait to use it. Super excited. But yeah, lid comes off. Fire pit comes out. Build the fire. Drop in the food. Cook. Covered up. Watch out for the next video. We're going to be cooking in this thing. Thanks, everybody.
All right, sweet. Can I see that tape measure? I'm kind of curious to see where this one's at. Looks good. It's only 20 inches. Yeah, no, like stick your head through it,
Yeah.
but just kind of like, yeah, like that. Action.
We spent all day digging this hole to make a big underground Tandoor oven.
You wanted to say big ass oven, didn't you?
Yeah.